Today's topic is, are you a scientist or a thinker? With our guest speaker, Parinitha Patri, founder of Swag Global. Parinitha Patri learned meditation from her father, Brahmarshi Patriji, and has been meditating since she was 4. She represents Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. Her father, Brahmarshi Patriji, worked constantly and continuously for the past 35 years to teach meditation and spread vegetarianism across the world. She has conducted various workshops and meditation classes around the globe. Her vision and goals are to spread meditation, spread more awareness about plant-based food, and bring spiritual empowerment to all of humanity. She is a passionate being who loves nature, animals, humanity, and wants to continue to spread the message of conserving Mother Earth. With this, please join me in welcoming Parinitha Patri. Parinitha Patri, welcome.
Thank you, Kavita, for such a lovely introduction. Thank you very much. Let us start this class by paying our gratitude to Brahmarshi Patriji for bringing us all together to share whatever we know and to learn what we don't know, and to be together, meditate, and hold our hands together and get enlightenment. So, gratitude to Patriji. And so, my dear friends, are you all excited to learn something new, maybe? Or something that we don't know, because I certainly didn't know that there is something called as a thinker apart from a scientist. And I always thought that a scientist thinks, right? So that's why he's a scientist. So this is one subject which I stumbled upon about 3 days ago, and I just wanted to share it with you. So with your permission, then I'd like to start my presentation. Yes. So my dear friends, my dear masters, and my dear gods, it's so lovely to see you all today, all geared up to learn something new. And before I start, I would like to ask everyone if you can get hold of a pen and a paper or some book or some notebook or anything that you can get hold on to. Please get them, because this is something which is noteworthy, because I found myself writing notes. So it might be helpful to you to, write down whatever you feel that, it is important, or you might want to note down, remember, implement, or relearn something that is being presented today. So I'm a student, so I always do that notes thing. So that's a very good habit that I have cultivated. So if you think it's beneficial for you as well to make some notes and to ponder upon that later, it will be a beneficial thing for you as well, I hope. So my dear friends, so I hope you have all gotten your notepads or paper or book or pen, something to note down. All right, so thank you so much. And now let us delve deeper into this today's subject that we have. Are you a scientist or are you a thinker? Basically, what is the difference? What is the difference? So this particular subject, my dear friends, has been excerpted from a book written by Torkom Saraydarian, which is called as The Illumined Mind. So I will show you the book later, but first let's learn the subject. So this is one chapter from the book The Illumined Mind, written by Torkom Saraydarian. So this is exactly as it is. I have put in the presentation. So I would like to share it with you as it's been said. So, all right. So what is the difference between a scientist and a thinker? A scientist is not necessarily a thinker. So we might get confused as to, whether it is the same or different. So it need not be, a compulsion to be a thinker. He can be a thinker, he need not be a thinker. So what can a scientist be? He can be a medium or a channel. A scientist can be unconscious about what he's doing. A scientist does not see the consequences of his work, may not see the consequences of his work. And he can also be a product of what he learned in the current or past cycles. That are 4 different candies for a scientist. So just try to relate or identify with this subject. Are you falling in somewhere in line with this or not is up to you. This is all a subject for self-checking, self-analysis, self-questioning, and self-learning as well. And that is what is Swadhyaya, self-study. So a thinker tries to know what the supreme thinker thinks. And who is the supreme thinker? Any guesses? Who is the supreme thinker that we are talking about here? The supreme thinker are the higher worlds, the logos, the planetary logos, the galactic government. You can tell any name, the solar angel. It's the higher worlds, the other worlds that we're talking about. That's the supreme thinker. So such a thinker can be a vehicle of the cosmic mind carrying its plan further. So are you a vehicle for the supreme thinker? Yes or no? That is the question. What are you bringing to this earth? Are you in alignment with the supreme thinker? Yes or no? That is what is a thinker all about. So this is what a thinker is. A thinker is always abiding by the laws of nature, the laws of righteousness, and the various laws of nature. So are you in alignment with the laws of nature? And are you actualizing the purpose of these laws? Is what is majorly the topic. So the thinker knows that nature operates under the direction of a higher mind and does not try to change the course of nature. So sometimes what happens is we try to enforce something on nature, change the way that nature is functioning. We put our own impositions over there. Do we do that? Yes or no? And so many scientists act as if they know better than nature and try to change the natural course in vegetable, animal, and human kingdoms, committing crimes, and the taxation of which will be paid for by the future generations. Haven't you observed that already, my dear friends? Scientists are actually manipulating the nature to get a certain outcome. You can observe that in the vegetable kingdom. For example, they say gene-modified vegetables, chemical-based vegetables, and animal kingdom. If you can observe, there are so many factory farms around the world, and they're making machines to make the animals suffer more and more, to give productivity more and more, so that they are efficient in killing the animals more and more. And human kingdoms, of course. In terms of health, in terms of how they brainwash the human kingdom, what kind of news that they want to program, how they want to program the human kingdom to do certain things by inculcating fear and hatred and separatism and greed and so on, all that. So that is how some of the scientists try and tell us that, you know what, I know better. Nature is nothing. Nature is something that we can manipulate. No, nature is not something that we can manipulate. The scientist acts like Esau. The scientist says, here is a soup. Forget about your inheritance. Here is the telephone. You do not need to develop clairaudience. Here is television. You do not need to develop clairvoyance. Here is the wireless. You don't need telepathy. All these inventions stopped you from, cultivating clairaudience, clairvoyance, and telepathy? And here is the airplane. Why worry about astral and mental travel? You don't have to travel astrally or mentally. Why take all that effort? Take an airplane, take a flight and go. That is what the scientist says. It makes life easy. But really, has it stopped us from evolving further? Making life easier for all of us. Just imagine if I have to call you, I immediately pick up my phone and say, hey, how are you? Instead of trying to say, okay, I will now sit in meditation and I will communicate with her or communicate with him telepathically. Who will take all that effort? I don't even know whether I'll communicate with him or not. Self-doubt is what it creates. And the Atlanteans, as we all know, had all these inventions in more sophisticated forms. But how did they end up? They ended their civilization in the bottom of the ocean because they were highly, greatly technologically advanced. But no, we don't want that, isn't it? We need to develop the human mind and discover all the potentials treasured in it. Do we realize the power of our own minds? Do you trust the power of your mind? Do you think that you can create miracles with the power of your mind? Really ask yourself. Look deep within for the answer. Oh, we can say yes, of course. But when you really go back inside, you say, no, that is not possible. How can that be possible? Saying is different, but actually doing it, that is where the self-doubt comes in, creeps in. How is that possible? It is not possible. And the human mind can be developed by meditation and service, my dear friends. Everything boils down to meditation. Everything. And the schools, colleges, and universities give you tools for survival or for material satisfaction, but they do not develop your mind. Has it developed your mind? Have you been thinking originally? Have you become a thinker, or have you become one of the persons to run in the rat race? How has education molded you into? They want you to think the way they want you to think. As simple as that. If you go beyond, then they want to control you. Then they want to manipulate you because you cannot become an original thinker. And development of the mind is not accumulation of knowledge and techniques for how to use it. It is a moving upward to higher levels of the mind by raising the focus of consciousness. There is one definition of consciousness which I've read and I would like to share it with you. Your consciousness lies depending on what you're interested in. What are you interested in? For example, if I'm a cricketer, then everything I see is all about cricket. Oh, that could have been a 4. This could have been a 6. Oh, that should have been out. So we think everything in terms of cricket. If I'm a police officer, then I would suspect each and every person that I come across. Because that is me. So whatever we are interested in, that becomes our consciousness. Not more, not less. So what is your consciousness is based on what you are interested in, what you're made up of, your experiences. Your consciousness is equal to where you are interested in, as simple as that. That is how limited or expanded your consciousness will be. So development of mind is not reading books or getting degrees or achievements, gold medals or something, but how to use it. How do you use your knowledge? Are you moving upwards to higher levels of mind, or going lower and lower, or are you just stuck there? That is something that we all need to question ourselves. This subject is not to judge others, but to check ourselves. Not even judging ourselves, checking ourselves. And the mind functions on several levels. And the lowest ones, 7, 6, 5, are not in operation in an education society, but the fourth level of mind is a major field which is utilized to store our knowledge and use it. I will talk about the levels, the mind functions in another session. So for now, we will concentrate on thinking and or being a scientist. The development of mind is not the accumulation of parts of knowledge in this field or that field, but the moving forward of our consciousness toward the third, the second, and the first levels of the mind. So what are these levels? 4, 3, 2, 1. What are these levels? So how forward are we moving towards expanding our consciousness, towards developing our mind? The fourth level of the mind uses knowledge for self-interest or separative interest. Are you one among them? Just check yourself. You can read the rest later. We'll all read it together. But just pause for a minute. Do you use knowledge for self-interest or separative interest? Yes, no, maybe, I don't know, or I don't care. It's up to you, whatever you want to answer. Just write down this question and write down your answer. Do I use my knowledge for self-interest or separative interest? That's the first question, which is the fourth level. And the third level of the mind uses knowledge for the benefit of a nation. Are you working towards the benefit of a nation? Yes or no, or maybe, or I don't care. And the second level of the mind uses knowledge for all humanity. How are you developing your mind so that your knowledge is helpful to all of humanity? How? You need to be as clear as possible about yourself. You need to have the clarity so that you have bullet points as to how you are helping the humanity. Okay, bullet point number 1, bullet point number 2, bullet point number 3. This is how I'm helping the nation, myself, or humanity. Be crystal clear at least about yourself. That is my main intention of putting this in front of you. To know about yourself, to know where you are headed, to know where you are right now. And the first level of the mind uses all knowledge for the future of the planet and for all its kingdoms. This is what is all consciousness about, my dear friends. If I want to work only for myself, then you're in the fourth level. See, for example, if I have to say a village panchayat, the sarpanch, how is his consciousness? His consciousness is only expanded towards his village. That's it. His borders would not cross that. And now when we come to an MLA, his constituency is his consciousness. When we come to the chief minister, the entire state is what he is thinking about. The interests of the state are his consciousness. And when you become the prime minister, the entire nation is your consciousness. When you become a Jagat Guru, the entire world, the entire cosmos is your consciousness. That is how you slowly expand your consciousness, my dear friends. So where is your consciousness lying right now? And where do you have to go? And how do you think you should go there? How to reach that level of expanded consciousness, developing the human mind. Think, think, think. Start thinking. So one can go hundreds of years to a university and accumulate a great quantity of knowledge in any field. But if this knowledge is used by the consciousness focused on the fourth level of mind, which is self-interest and separative interest, that usage will be selfish, competitive, aggressive, separative, greedy, full of elements of pollution in moral and material terms. Are we, are you, am I one of them? Which level are you in? Only you will know that. I am no one to judge you, you are no one to judge me. No one here to judge anyone. You can only know where you are, which level you are at. And meditation gives insight and foresight. Insight means about yourself, the internal side. And foresight is about the future. And the person uses his knowledge to serve the people. And the urge to serve people with insight and foresight raises the focus of consciousness towards a higher level of the mind. As your consciousness increases, the more your mind level increases. It's all, going hand in hand. And at that stage, even if one has the same knowledge as he had on the fourth level, his motive for using that knowledge is different. His spirit is different. His energy is different. It is not how much knowledge you have. It is how you're using it is the most important thing. It doesn't matter how much you know. How are you utilizing that knowledge? For what are you utilizing that knowledge is the key factor of your consciousness, of your higher mind or lower mind or whatever mind that you are in right now. What are you using the knowledge for? Are you using knowledge or is knowledge using you? This is a very important question that, that you have to question yourself. Are you using knowledge or is knowledge using you? What are you using that knowledge for? How are you using the knowledge? That is the key factor for your evolution. Meditation and service enable you to be sensitive to the cosmic intent, the cosmic thinker, the higher thinker. We all know that we have come from there and we have to go there. So in order to go there, we need to think like the cosmic thinker. We need to get connected to the cosmic intent. And how will that happen? Only through meditation. But even if in meditation, if you are focused only on our self-interest and separativeness and greed and everything, then how do we think that we can get connected to the cosmic thinker? In the initial stages, such a sensitivity is translated as a feeling of harmony with the rhythm of life, a feeling of joy, and an inner security that you're going in the right direction. Are we going in the right direction? Are you getting lost somewhere? Are you getting misled to somewhere? The symbol, the signal of you going the right direction is joy. Are you feeling joyful? I'm not talking about happiness. I'm talking about joy. Happiness is physical and emotional only. Joy is mental, mind related. So that is why I'm asking you. If you have joy in your life, inside, outside, everywhere, that means you're going into the right direction. So such a feeling will give you enthusiasm and decisiveness in your actions and create a more magnetic sphere around you. You attract everything whatever is helping you evolve, whatever you require, you'll attract automatically, effortlessly. You don't have to sit and meditate for law of attraction. You don't have to do affirmations. You will become a magnet for everything. Everything happens so effortlessly, so naturally, so beautifully. Isn't that all what we want? And we are told that the magnet of thought brings in most precious particles of psychic energy. Psychic energy is cosmic energy, is beautiful energy from the higher worlds. And through meditation, psychic energy accumulates in our mental body. Then it spreads itself throughout the entire aura. Your aura will be magnetic. And the psychic energy is then used in our service of enlightening, uplifting, leading, and directing. Ourselves and the entire world, humanity, all the kingdoms, being inclusive of everything. That is how meditation works, my dear friends. It increases your psychic energy. It increases your magnetism. When does it increase your magnetism? When you're connected to the cosmic thinker. It's present in your entire aura. And the human soul is not the mental body, neither it is the mind, but it is the user of the mind. The soul itself being a conscious unit in the mind. And to think means to use the mental energy of the human soul. And the use of mind is a process of thinking. An idea comes from the cosmic thinker, and it becomes an ideal when it comes to your mental body. And it becomes a principle when it comes to your physical and emotional bodies. So idea, ideal, and principle. Think about it. So in meditation, the human soul tries to learn how to use this mental energy, the mental light. And he uses this energy in greater capacity, in efficiency, as he, the human soul, climbs to higher mental planes and focuses on himself, for example, on the third, second, and first levels of the mental body. Increase the mental light. Open up your mind. Get connected to the cosmic intent, the cosmic magnet, the cosmic energies, the cosmic thinker. And the Tibetan master says he should ever remember that manas means mind, is a principle of the logos. Logos means the galactic government, the one who manages or who runs the entire universe, the logos, the cosmic logos, the solar angel, whatever you want to call, Purnatma, Paramatma, whatever term that you want to give it. It doesn't matter. Of the logos, and necessarily, therefore, is felt in all those evolutions which are a part of his nature, but is allied, especially to the throat and head centers, and it is the active intelligent factor which enables a solar logos, a planetary logos, or a heavenly man and a human being. To do what? We'll be reading next. Can you ever imagine yourself being connected to the galactic logos, the planetary logos, the solar logos? Can you imagine yourself doing that? Or is our mind making us limited? No. How is that possible? It is not possible. There's no way that is going to be possible. No? Never? Not in this life? I may want to take 100 lives. Why not? Why not is the question. Why not? So then, to do what is the question? To use intelligently a form or vehicle? You might want to take a screenshot of this if you want to. and then build the faculty into the causal body. Causal body is the body of the causes. It's the seed through which you are grown into. That the root, the seed, the cause, the reason, the Karana Sharira, as we call it in Hindi or Sanskrit, the Karana Shariram. So build faculty into the causal body and then reap the benefit of experience. We have had many experiences. So what is the benefit that you're reaping out of those experiences? You can view it as good or bad. It doesn't matter. You have had an experience. What is that learning that you are taking from there? That's the third point. The fourth point is to expand your consciousness. Every experience, every cause, every vehicle expands your consciousness. Are you working towards expanding your consciousness or not? Or are saying that, you know what, I've reached. I am there. Okay, done. Namaste. Then, fifth point is to make progress towards a specified goal. What is your goal? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What is your goal or goals? What goal are you making progress towards? Do you have a goal? Or are we just living mechanically, just like everyone lives? We just want to be normal, isn't it? Fit in the society. Fit in the cultural, traditional, social platforms. Fit in. And the next one is to discriminate between the two poles. We need to learn the art of discrimination, my dear friends. What to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go, how to be, how not to be. You need to strike a balance by exercising the art and science of discrimination. A person who discriminates is always right or is always perfect in what he decides. Discrimination is a very, very, very vital factor. And that happens with the higher mind. Discrimination happens with the higher mind, not with the lower mind. And choose the direction in which his activity shall trend. What is the direction of your activity? What activities are you doing? When we say trend, it's not Instagram trends or fashion trends. You're talking about the pattern of your activity direction. That is what we have to think about. And then we have to perfect the form as well as use it. What is form? Whatever form that you have right now, how well are you using them towards your goal? And obtain control of active substance and turn its forces into desired channels. How are you focusing your energies or substances and channeling it to get the right result that you're looking forward to? Then the last one would be coordinate with different grades of matter and synthesize the utilized forms till each and all show a unanimous line of action and express simultaneously the will of the indweller. Patriji says, isn't it? My dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods, what does it mean? That there's a God residing in each and every one of us. So that is the will of the indweller, the will of the divine, the will of God. Whatever name that you want to give, you can give. Are you manifesting the will of the indweller, the one who is residing within you? Are you manifesting those wills? Or do you have your own, wills? I hope everyone is able to understand and trying to get what they want to learn from this. If you're not able to understand, please go back and review this video and check where you are, where you have to be. And it is through the manas that all human and planetary logoic thinkers are enabled to do what? First point is use intelligently a form or vehicle such as the mental body or astral and physical bodies. There is a lot of confusion between when I say astral body. What is astral body? Astral body is the emotional body. Emotional body is the astral body, is the same. If I have unorganized emotions in me, it is called as the emotional body. If I have organized emotions in me, it is called the astral body, as simple as that. Astral body is the body in which the emotions are organized. When your emotions are organized, it's called the astral body. When the emotions are disorganized in your body, it is called the emotional body. But both are the same. So use intelligently a form or vehicle. So all these three bodies will be used intelligently. Mental body, astral body, and physical body will be used intelligently. Are we using our bodies intelligently? Economically, appropriately, wisely. The second point is build faculty into the causal body, Karana Sharira. And in one sense, to build faculty into the causal body means to accumulate experience in the causal body and use that experience as savings in the future lives. All your experiences are deposits, and the lessons that you learn are the withdrawals. You invest and you withdraw. You invest in yourself, in experiencing certain things, and what do you withdraw from that? Lessons, learnings, discrimination power. All these things will be your savings for your future lives. That is what is building the faculty of the causal body, is finding the cause and working, taking the lesson from that. What should I be the cause for from now on? What are the seeds that I have to reap from now on based on my previous experiences? What do you want to become the cause for? Decide now. And never, ever, ever limit your, let your mind limit your energy. You are infinite. You are the infinite person. Just unleash your power, mind power. That's all we have to do. Then reap the benefit of experience. It is through our mind that we use the benefit of our experience to repeat whatever we did or refrain from whatever we did. And real experience is the discovery of essential laws and facility in the use of these laws. What you want to repeat and what you don't want to repeat are the lessons that you learn as you reap the benefits from the experiences that you have had. What causes have created that experience is what you have to understand. I repeat this sentence. What causes have led to the experience that you have had? Focus on the causes. Focus on the lessons through the experience. I hope this subject is making you really think deeply, because that is what we need to do. We don't need surface knowledge. We need deeper knowledge. And then expand the consciousness. The consciousness is the light of the human soul. And this light expands as the soul gathers more experience in service and deeper insights in meditation through the use of the mental energy. Somewhere I read that we get almost 60,000 thoughts in a day. How are you using your mental energy? Oh, we sit in meditation. Oh, I have sat in for 2 hours and 3 hours. I got lots of cosmic energy. And once you open your eyes, how are you using or how are you spending the mental energy? How? In what are you investing yourselves in? How are you expanding your consciousness by spending that mental energy? Where are you spending? Be economical. Help yourself in expanding your consciousness. Help yourself in expanding the light within you. Help yourself. I'm urging you to help yourself. Learn from the lessons and facilitate the causal body. Don't become result-oriented, become cause-oriented. Then make progress towards a specified goal. In using our mind, we accomplish goals and we do not wander without purpose, without goals. And those who do not use their mind follow the direction of their elementals in the physical, emotional, or mental, or lower mental worlds. So that is why Patriji said, be a master. What did he mean by be a master? He wanted us to master all these three vehicles. We have a lower mind and a higher mind. We always have to travel vertically, not horizontally. You can go incarnations, lives together horizontally, but you're not going anywhere. You're not reaching anywhere. The sky is up. Look up. So what is that specified goal that you have? Be very, 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 very specific. So those who don't use their mind fall into the slavery of these three vehicles. Those who use their mind and try to reach their higher mind will use these vehicles to fulfill their purpose, just like Patriji did. He used all the vehicles to fulfill his purpose of life. We have an example right in front of us. 365 days of traveling is not a joke. He molded his body to work for his purpose of life. That is what I call mastering yourself. And then we have discriminate between the two poles. What is it? It is only through the light of the mind that we understand the difference between spirit and matter. Difference between the world of spirit and the world of matter. Between the light and joy of the spirit and the darkness and pain of matter. Between the freedom of the spirit and the enslavement in matter. Please read this again in your mind, or you want to read it aloud, shout it, no problem, just be yourself. Discrimination. I'll just be finished in 10 minutes. But this is very, very important to take it slow, because this is something that you need to digest and understand, assimilate, drink in, eat, chew, taste, gulp, whatever you want to do. This is the subject that you have to, enjoy. Then choose the direction in which his activity shall trend. The human soul, through his intelligence, chooses the direction in which he must work. And he has freedom of choice through his mind. And outside factors can try to force him to change his direction. But he follows the chosen direction even if his vehicles suffer. And what are the vehicles that I'm talking about? Your physical body, emotional body, and the lower mental body. We are saying emotional body because the emotions are completely disorganized. We would have said astral body if the emotions were organized. So we are not saying astral body, we are saying the emotional body, the physical body, emotional body, and the lower mental body. So what are your choices? What do you choose to do? What is your free will telling you? Are outside factors influencing you to forcing you to change your direction? Or are you following your direction irrespective of any other external forces? It's all your choice. You are never compelled. You are never made to do anything. It's always your choice to listen to this or that. As simple as that. Then perfect the form as well as use it. The human soul, using the light of the mind, perfects the form. And what are these forms? These forms are his vehicles: mental, emotional, physical, etheric, his thought forms, his emotional forms, the forms of his speech and actions. Of course, he perfects also other forms, for example, a chair, a car, an airplane, or a radio, television set, and so on. How are you perfecting these bodies and using them? That's the main question. Perfect these bodies and use them to fulfill your purpose of life. Perfect everything, utilize everything, even the objects, and utilize them for a greater purpose. Invest yourself wisely, my dear friends. If we are in the right mind, then I would not invest my money in the shares which are going down. I would try to invest my money in the shares which are going up. So go up, not horizontal, not down. And then obtain control of active substance and turn its forces into desired channels. Active substances are those substances which exist in intuitional and in the other three cosmic ethers. It is through this intelligence that the human soul controls these substances by raising himself to higher planes and using these substances for the service of humanity. Intuition. Heart, my favorite subject. Active substances. Where are you active in? Find yourself. Where are you active in? And master your active substance and turn it into desired channels. Go towards the higher planes. Go towards the higher worlds. Manifest the will of the dweller, indweller. Through intelligence, through intellect. Raise yourself, raise your consciousness. Then finally, coordinate the different grades of matter and synthesize the utilized forms till each and all show a unanimous line of action and express simultaneously the will of the indweller. we can see how the human soul uses various grades of matter, for example, in building an airplane or a television in which all forms, the parts, function unanimously and express the intent of the human soul simultaneously. What are the spare parts of that will fulfill your purpose of life? How are you assembling yourself to fulfill the purpose of life? The assemblement is called integrity, is called oneness, is called inclusiveness, is called love, is called compassion. What are your building materials to build yourself? What is the quality of those building materials? How are you planning to build yourself? And how will you manifest the will of the indweller? And then the Tibetan master concludes this section by adding, all these ends are the result of the mansik, the mental development. And as our consciousness travels to a higher level of the mental plane, we appropriate more energy of the mind and more decisively use it to cooperate with the plan and the purpose of life. What are you cooperating with? We think that we are cooperating with the other human beings. No, we have to, what do we have to cooperate with? We have to cooperate with the plan and the purpose of life. That is what is real cooperation. And such a development is possible only through meditation and service. And meditation makes a higher substance available for us, and service becomes an opportunity to use the substance by intelligent will and ordered purpose. All you have to choose is, do you utilize the higher substance or not? Or do you want to stay in your comfort zones and not change a thing? This is how I always am. This is how it has been here since the ages. And this is how I will be. Okay, fine, all the best. How long will you keep postponing this? That is the major question. You want to postpone this? Be my guest. How long? How long? So finally, the development of the mind used in scientific discoveries is currently understood as collecting facts, data, information, and then synthesizing and using them for the survival of the body for personal pleasure or for conquering others. That is today's state of affairs. Then meditation and service have a different function. They do the following. What do meditation and service do? They develop the mind, they purify the mental body, they give direction to the mental body, they gear the mind and soul, they make the mental body sensitive to higher ideas, revelations, and visions, and then make the mind to cooperate with the plan and purpose of the captain of the solar system. You might want to write down this. This is what meditation does. Go at your own speed, find your own speed, and go slowly, but go, walk, move ahead. Go on your own pace. Don't compare your speed with another speed. Your speed is very unique to yourself. Vinay's speed is unique to himself. Each for his own. No comparison. Slow and steady wins the race, is what Patriji used to tell every time. There's no hurry, Baba. Are you on the path to do these 6 things in your meditation and service? Are you or are you not? Don't have to answer me. Please answer yourself and see where you're standing and see where you have to go, what to do, where to focus upon, where to work upon yourself, what books to read, how much to meditate, whom to speak to. Everything matters. Okay. So the development of the mind is the process of annihilation of the memories not created according to the law of perfection. If there are any memories which are not created according to the law of perfection, it burns. When your mind develops, it burns all the memories which are not created according to the law of perfection. They get burnt out, they're set on fire. And the development of the mind is the fusion of mind with the planetary and solar mind. Is our mind fused with those minds? Is there a connection or a disconnection? Fusion. Who or what are we fused with right now, currently? Is there any fusion at all? And the development of the mind enables it to receive and translate impressions coming from the higher planes in accordance to the need of the cycle. Where you are placed right now, depending on that, there is guidance coming from the higher planes. You will receive everything, but how you translate it is very important. For that, you need to have a pure mind, pure heart. Everything should be cleansed and pure like a temple. That is when you will translate it exactly as it is, exactly as you received it. There's no distortion in there. The way you get it, you'll serve it to others in the same way. There's no distortion. There's no fabrication there. And then scientific developments at this time are an Olympic race to collect more money, more fame, to satisfy our lower pressures, and to control those whom we think are not on our side. Please underline this sentence. And to control those whom we think are not on our side. They become automatically our enemies. So we try to control them by hook or crook. If they are not on my side, I need to focus on them and bring them to my side. Why? Let everyone be on their own sides. Why is it that everyone has to come to your side? Why? You want to control them, manipulate them to come to your side. Why? And people have to realize that they could have a better life and a better environment if they develop their mind instead of being disconnected by so-called science. So many current scientists are not in contact with we are not here. Scientists are not talked in general, but some scientists. So many current scientists are not in contact with the mind of the planet, but the thinkers are. Thinkers have the sense of responsibility because they know the secret of universal harmony, but scientists are often businessmen. They're interested in selling the products prepared by them and in manufacturing the ideas of the thinkers. thinkers have a sense of responsibility, my dear friends. Sense of responsibility. They know the cause, they know the effect. And only a few people in the world are both thinkers and scientists. But such thinker-scientists are hated by those who are mere scientists. And the productions of the thinker-scientists are pro-survival, environmentally sound, and in harmony with nature. And their labor is an extension of nature. But the productions of scientists are a result of exploitation of nature. For example, if I'm a scientist and I have invented the nuclear bomb, is it pro-survival or anti-survival? You have to tell me. Yay, I have invented the nuclear bomb. Wow, what a great innovation. Am I a thinker or am I a scientist? Or am I a scientist? Am I a thinker-scientist? And the money makers of the world do not help the thinkers, but the scientists. But they help the scientists. And the thinker-scientists often die without a fortune. But money makers pay scientists to make more money. That's how the world works. It is what it is. So the difference between a thinker-scientist and a scientist is the difference of ethics, integrity, honesty, and awareness of future results of productions. That is the basic difference. So are you a thinker-scientist or just a scientist? Patriji has introduced a beautiful book to all of us, Thinking and Destiny. Read it. Please read it. And for the thinker-scientist, life is sacred, nature is sacred, the future is sacred. He works for the future in harmony with the evolution. And for the mere scientist, nature, life, and the future are like machines to make money or to satisfy his curiosity. Many so-called scientists now experiment on innocent animals, called as animal experimentation. And they come with a beautiful innovation. Is that a really beautiful innovation after making so many animals suffer? No. Are they working in harmony with the nature? No. So we have come to the final slide, my dear friends. Final slide for the day. So natural laws have two kinds of usage. How you use them is up to you. I give a pencil to you, I give a knife to you, how you use it is up to you. So laws are used to help nature proceed on the path of evolution. And the second way is laws can be used to prevent nature from proceeding on its line of evolution. So this is the manipulation of nature. This is the violation of the law, which eventually will bring catastrophes to the world. So there are two ways. How do you want to go? Thank you so much, my dear friends. That was today's presentation of Are you a scientist or a thinker or a thinker-scientist? So I hope we all have learned, as I have learned, have been learning. So this is something I have wanted to share with everyone. So this is it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Parinitha Patri, for an amazing meditation and a very inspiring and informative session. Thank you. Parinitha ji, if you have some time, can we take some questions for the participants?
Yes, of course. Why not?
Thank you. If anyone has any questions, please turn on your videos and raise your hands so we can unmute you one by one.
Generally, for my sessions, we will not have any questions because I'm sure that all the questions will be answered. But anyways, I'm ready to answer your questions. Yes, my dear Shano, a long time.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for a beautiful, beautiful session. I think I really needed this. I missed the my computer, like the battery got discharged, so I couldn't hear about the mental part, like mental body part. So can you tell us briefly about?
Is my voice okay right now? Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know from where you have missed it. So I really can't tell how much should I tell, but maybe you can, if you can, go back to the video and maybe watch it, that would be beneficial, because I really don't know how much you missed. So,
okay. So where can I watch the video?
Vinay or Kavita, can you answer that?
So we'll share the links in the WhatsApp group, and you can sign up for that matter, and we'll get all the videos, not just this one.
All right. Thank you so much. And I just wanted to say that information, the whole information was really eye-opening. I think we know a little bit, but it just forced me to think more deeply. So I just want to thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Heidi, I just want to say to Shanu and everybody else as well that all the recordings of masterclasses are available on PMC Global. So masterclasses are for everybody. Please go and rewatch this session again and again to understand what really was taught by Parinitha today. So you don't have to sign up for master classes. It is all available on PMC Global. Just write masterclass by Parinitha Patri and it will appear. Thank you.
I have one question, Parinitha ji. Can you please tell us how participants can connect with us, connect with you after today's session?
Yes, Kavita. Are you able to hear my voice, or is it still breaking?
Yes, we are able to hear.
Okay.
Kavita ji, can you please repeat your question?
Yes.
I think she was asking how
Yes,
can...
I think I missed it because of the internet connection.
Just want to know how can participants connect with you after today's session?
All right. Okay. So you can connect with me on Instagram. My handle is Parinitha Patri, or else you can also connect me on PSSM swag on Instagram. So both of them are my accounts. I am the founder of PSSM swag. So both accounts are free for you to interact with me, talk to me, and if you have any doubts, you can message me. So yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Parinitha.
Thank you.
So thank you all for being here. Stay tuned for our WhatsApp and Facebook groups for more details about our next masterclass session. Thank you all. Hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Take care of yourselves, and please bear in mind whatever has been presented here, and please reread, review everything, and please make a habit of journal writing down, noting down everything that you are going through, your journey, your experiences, your learnings. Keep a track of yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you.